Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video I would like to give some comments and give you a tips about the mobile sauna after a few months since this project has been done. On the beginning, I would like to remind you then to build that sauna from the start to the end. It took me about 9 months. Yeah, and now it's freestanding some part of the time without the cover for about another 8-9 months since the project has been finished. And I have some tips about that through that time. As you can see, the screws which I have used, it has been galvanized screws, to be honest, and you can see the black spots which is going showing up, going over around some of screws, not all of them, but some of them. And I think this is the corrosion which is going through and showing up. So you can see that some of them has a black round spots and some of them has not. What can I say? It's the wood with the screws has been covered twice with the good quality a wood lacquer cover, and after that it has been covered with the liquid wax as well, and as you can see, it doesn't help. The corrosion is still coming through, and the metal still getting corrosion. On that compartment, the screws has been covered with some kind of putty and special wood putty, and the corrosion still is going through it as well. Nothing changed in the compartment. The silicones is doing fine, is doing good. It's not, I can't see any sticking out the silicones. On the side, the silicone hasn't been smooch with the finger. It just has been done with that silicone gun. Under that outside planks, there is a plastic sheet covering the old sauna. What it is, that sheet hasn't been done all over it before the planks has been screwed into it. That plastic sheet has been between the fish bin, between that construction bars, if you know what I mean. When you see my video, you will get it. And I have replaced all screws which and silicone, and put the silicone on the end of the screws, as you can see it, all over the roof and on the porch floor over here. Yeah, all screws has been replaced for the special one, painted screws with the special paint, outdoor use it is called screws. Yeah, over here the silicone is doing well, just a little bit of gaps maybe. Yeah. What else? I have put the cover on it just for secure, to be honest, because the all planks has been done with the silicone, and that all screws has been replaced, and that's it. I think that will keep the moisture away. And yeah, let's go inside. I have set the fire just maybe 10 minutes ago, so it's not getting warm yet, but it's nothing changed, everything works. Yeah, as you can see, just over 20 degrees. The moisture is horrible. It's horrible. It's over 80% of the humidity. Inside and outside is probably much over 90. Now the fire is set on maximum, so it should be heat up the sauna up to 60 degrees within 2 hours. As you can see, that black spots, it is where the nails has been done to fasten that wood. But what is it about? I don't think it is moistures going through the roof. I think this is the moisture which is in the air. As you can see, it's 80% of the moisture in the air which is affected that nails. So yeah, you can see the 80 degrees, 80 degrees, 80% of the moisture in the air, even if it's a good weather, as you can see outside. So to exclude the situation, to exclude my suspicions about the moisture going through the roof into the sauna, I bought that cover, plastic cover, and covered the roof. So now I can be sure the moisture is not going through the roof. Even though the roof has been properly done with the silicone all over the screws and on the top of the first 5 probably planks, top planks, which is quite flat. So I done that. I just show you the chimney pipe. The rain was going. Here is a bit of spots as well. Rain was going. Very heavy rain was going, and some salt was affected with the moisture and goes through that pipe. Yeah, so now when I'm touching the wood, I still can feel on my hands a bit of moisture, to be honest. But outside, when it's the same humidity outside and inside, when you go outside and you touch the car body or whatever, touch anything, it is wet. Actually wet. So you can see there is ventilation in the bottom. So it can be completely sealed, it can be completely locked. Always has some kind of ventilation. But that's what I'm thinking. It hasn't been now it's outside, so 130 degrees after an hour, as you can see. It may affect that plastic sheets are melting, so I wouldn't. Maybe it should be a bit more, so it's not going to be touching that metal. The chimney is made from the stainless steel, and it is quite durable.
Okay. Minęła godzinka.
Yeah. So,
Od chwili, kiedy to rozpaliłem.
Yeah. Now is after 2 hours. Is it?
Kominek na zewnątrz.
Let me see.
No, pali się ostro.
As I said,
ja tu już czuję
full turn.
Godzina. Dosłownie minęła
nearly
godzina za 15
hour,
rozpaliłem. Prawie 50 stopni.
No, an hour.
Widzicie, jak leci na łeb?
Nearly 50.
Wilgotność?
Let me check.
160 spadków.
Yes, that's what you can see. It's after 1 hour heating. After as you can see, it is not much heat on the stones. What is 300 degrees inside in a chimney. The temperature rise on the sides. So as you can see, it's 120 over 100 degrees on the sides, on that stones on the sides. So it's the best. On the back of is 170 degrees, but there is a special blanket behind that metal cover. The chimney has 60-70 degrees all over the length. So it's not very affected, the high, whatever I check it is roughly about, you can see 70. Outside that smoke has 130. Yeah. So now it's 48, exactly how it's shown on that meter on wall. Yeah, and I will back in an hour, and I will show you how it is after 2 hours fire setting. Right, so now it's 2 hours after fire has been set, still 130 degrees in that exhaust outlet. Yeah, so be careful about that roof cover. That rubber, which is on the bottom of the chimney tip, it's specially for it, so it is resistant for the high temperature. Yeah, so now we'll go inside and I will show you how heat is it after 2 hours setting on maximum. Yeah, so you see, it's 4 o'clock afternoon, a bit of dark now. It's 60 degrees in Celsius, and it is 40. In it you may need to knock it a little bit because that clue may stuck. So yeah, now it's showing about roughly about the 40, a bit less of 40 humidity, moisture in the air. Yeah, and it may drop down in my experience to about 25, 20. That depends how long the fire will be set. Yeah. On the stones there is still not as much temperature. It definitely needs more time. Just over 100 on sides. On the bottom sides is over 180, as you can see, partly on both sides. The back side is very heat as well. It's reflecting that heat to the sauna. Nothing changed on the pipe, on the chimney pipe. Still, oh, now it's 80. It was 70 after an hour. So it's raising a bit, but not much. 150, 130 on sides. Yeah. So the best option is put the water on sides on the beginning. Still nearly 300 inside. Oh, it may be on that glass because the radiation of the heat is going all over the sauna, and it hitting much, I would say. It hitting. When I standing there, I can feel that heat on my legs. So I have set this sauna maybe 10, maybe just more than 10 times. Since it has been done, since that last 9 months, and that's why the moisture is inside. If that will be set quite often, more often, probably moisture it's not get into the sauna. Yeah, and you have to be careful about the parts of the fireplace and all over the fireplace, because the radiation is hitting the parts to over 60 degrees. Even that water tap and that little water bowl could be raised temperature to over 60 degrees. So just be careful, don't burn yourself. Yeah, and I think that's it. So on the end, I would like to remind you about that screws, which should be a special one. Yeah, and it should be done with the silicone all over it. Yeah, and what else? What else? Hi again. What else I can say? I was covering this video with the English, my translation. Sorry about it. If anything goes wrong, just ask me in a comment. I'm sitting now in my first project, in my first sauna, which has an electric heater, just under the 70 degrees, heat enough. And what I can say about the mobile sauna project, it has been sold. It has been sold, and best wishes to the buyer. I have towed it today to well, I didn't say where. far away. Everything was fine on the road. That was good to tow. It getting a bit of wind resistance. Yeah, the petrol consumption is quite high, 22 miles per gallon. But everything was fine. Exclude one thing which I didn't mention: the tip of the chimney. Just the tip has go off on the motorway. It hasn't stand that wind resistance, and it went off. Also, I'm disappointed because that was a quite expensive part with the stainless steel. But what can we do? It is how it is. So once again, best wishes. Oh, don't ask me for anything more about this sauna because it has been sold. You can ask in the comments for this sauna, so maybe the buyer will see these comments and direct you to his channel, or answer to your questions in a couple of months or years how it is going. Thanks again for watching. Bye.